Hey everyone, this is Uthris. Welcome back to Let's Build Lothloria, episode 53. So last episode we laid our foundation for the Mage's College, Wizards Academy, whatever you want to call it. And off camera I went ahead and added some detailing to the structure and finished off the library wing. It's just a bunch of bookshelves, empty, of course. Kind of wish someone would make a mod for just a placeable book decoration. That'd be pretty nice. And yeah, plenty of shelving along the lower walls. This little back addition with kind of a window bench and some extra desks to sit at. And then if I can get up here this way. Yep. The second floor of the library. You know, just more book shelving, a little bit more windows to let more light in. I'm sure it would be kind of a dark space. This would be like scrolls and manifestos open on the tables if I could. Standard ceiling, added some wooden beams just for extra detail. For some reason I wanted to actually detail this out a little bit. And also using the new kind of circular walls, I added a back balcony here, and it didn't quite fit. It looks like these are made to be in an even location, and we're kind of in an odd one. We have a 3 block to work with, so this jut I had to kind of fudge to get it to work, but you know, it's okay. Eventually, I think I'm going to need some type of support on this or something for it to at least make some sense. But I don't know how I want to do that just yet. A lot of wooden supports to kind of fill in the gaps to make it all work and look nice and flush. And from the outside, this is kind of how that hall looks like. Experimenting with a new window design in these upper hallways. Kind of a completely open window. It's basically just a door with stone pillar at the top and bottom to seal it off. And it looks okay. We'll see how it all looks together before I make a final opinion on that. The nice thing about them releasing this new tower piece, I'll be able to use that on the main tower. That way we can keep a wider floor base and actually have kind of this enough room to basically house multiple stories and keep them interesting. So in this episode we're just going to be laying out kind of a couple rooms up here. Suggestion for making the rooms out of this material, which I don't really enjoy, mainly because it's I mean, if you just look at it up close, it's not very good, and it's a confined space and you're just gonna be shoved with this wood texture. And I know you could probably alternate the heights to break it up, you know, do something similar to this maybe. That way you get kind of something interesting looking, but I don't think it's particularly good for this build. Maybe I'll make a log cabin once we're working on this fief over here, and that might be interesting to do. But for this, I'm gonna try and use what we have already. And I think the best thing, to be honest, is to change the position of the door. And so if I'm able to shift the door over by 1 block, I should be able to fit a hallway. And if I can fit a hallway, everything will kind of fall into place a little bit easier, I think. You can kind of see these two larger rooms being built are going to be housing some of the upper level students. They're still going to be sharing a room, but I wouldn't say students, I guess. These guys are colleagues. The bottom floor is probably more apprentice. These guys just share a space, I think, is how I want to say this works. Just go ahead and replace the wall there. And yeah, so everything except for the main tower is going to be a two-story structure, and then the main tower is kind of just going to be a grand thing growing out of it. Sure, from the top, little phallic, and that's fine. And then from the bottom, I'm sure it's going to look a little phallic with a really tall spire sitting there. Oh well. They're mages. They carry around long shafts of wood all day. Let's see, I think I want a window there. Double window for this one. Something a little bit different than normal. Maybe we can do a double window there. Why not? That'll be interesting. Sadly, this corner we're gonna have to raise up using just a standard stone piece. They don't really have a wooden rounded bit to use. Oh well. I could also add maybe a balcony. Just a wooden balcony would be cool. Maybe off the back side. I think off the back side I'll do that. Because this is kind of their more private side, and they wouldn't want a balcony facing off that way, I don't think. Let's go ahead and add some windows. I'm thinking in front of that door and there. So I hope you guys are still enjoying Banished. It is a little bit slower going at the beginning because the population count is low. If you guys have any, video game suggestions that you would like me to play, get my opinions on, definitely let me know. I don't really know what I would like to be sharing with you all in terms of what I play personally. It's not something I ever really thought about. It's kind of hard, to come up with something to put on YouTube, in my opinion. And I don't know if that's just because I'm trying to make everyone happy and not uploading something for myself. I just don't know. So if you guys have anything you want me to play, I mean, even Space Engineers, and I'm throwing things at this point. I do have that game, and it would be pretty cool to make some cool ships. I'm not really code friendly. Everything would be pretty rudimentary, but functional, and no intense console building. I don't think would be included in there. So let's see. I need to stop rambling and actually build on this thing. Go to this side as well. Figure out where that lines up. Oh, come on. Please, block placement. Work with me. At least we're not getting any flashing at the moment. So, that's good. I'm sure it'll help you guys' eyes out at least a little bit. sure this is offset. I'll double that one up. Structural integrity, by the way, is still looking good. We have maybe two red areas, tops, and they're really for structures that don't really matter. So if I turn on structural integrity, everything would still be standing and looking pretty. Keep on building. That's all I do. Let's see. Alright. I think I'm gonna do a time skip here. Just a short one. Finish off this roof, get this second layer kind of built, and then we'll start working on the main tower again. Just for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so that's pretty much the finished outside area, or shell, we could say, of the living quarters. And now we get to start working on the interesting Mage Tower here. So initially, the best thing probably is to have just one more floor of this size. Need a double door. Kind of slide in there. And now that we have this built up, man, I hope this can hold the weight. If not, I'm gonna have to add buttressing and things like that. We can throw in these segments for our larger sphere. Into something like that. So that shape will carry up probably another 2 stories, and then narrow again to the final kind of width of a normal tower. That's gonna put a lot of weight on this thing. Really hope it doesn't fall over because of it. And yeah. So here you can see how much room we're gonna have to work with. Of course, this section is going to be you know, floor. You're not gonna really get up there. How do I want the people to get into this level? Should I make a pathway above these little hallways? I don't know. I may have to figure that off camera and get everything built and just kind of show you the final structure, because this is going to take a couple iterations, I have a feeling. And sorry to do this twice in an episode, but I really want to get 80% of this thing done in this one. So I'll be right back. We'll do a final tour and we'll call it then. Okay everyone, so some interesting things happened, and the game ended up crashing on me and I didn't have it saved. So as soon as I started working on the main tower, it crashed, which is a shame. But this is essentially the look I was going for. It needs a lot more detailing and probably some attachments onto it, but this is the main tower and the shape that we were going for. Added some buttressing on it, and it is structurally sound. It's getting a little weak, but for now it's standing just fine. I might add some extra tiers and levels off this back side and try and wrap some of that around to the side itself. Obviously, lost the work we did on the right wing, and we also lost all the work I did in the library. I lost, I think, the whole bottom level in terms of detailing, but that's okay. I can get that back relatively quickly, I think. Pretty much just stuck a roof on the main entryway and the front towers. Everything's pretty much empty on the inside right now, and I'll be doing detailing in between episodes, so that on the next one I'll be able to show you guys the finished structure with all the details. This one I'm actually going to detail out all the way through. It's kind of a rare thing nowadays. I usually just build a shell of a building, but this one, for some reason, I want to try and finish up 100%. So, thanks again for watching. If you guys are enjoying the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I upload daily. And thanks again for watching.